I'm Dr. Allyson Eamer, an assistant professor at the Faculty of Education at University of Ontario Institute of Technology. My research focuses on various aspects of language teaching and learning, language practice, and language revitalization. I'm specifically interested in the role of the teacher and how that has changed since technology has become an increasing part of language learning experiences. Now, I don't mean listening to recorded phrases on a CD. I mean things like social network sites, Facebook groups, gaming, Second Life, interactive websites. All of these things allow for tandem language learning. So you teach me your language and I'll teach me mine, but neither of us are professional teachers. With respect to language practice, I'm specifically interested in the notion of the legitimate speaker. I'm doing, for example, focus groups with people whose racial markers appear to be a mismatch with one or more of the languages in their repertoire. So for example, I have a Caribbean woman who speaks Italian, an African man who speaks Hindi, and a Chinese man who speaks English with a very heavy Scottish accent. So we're using their experiences and how they are perceived by native English speakers to determine whether or not they can claim ownership over a language. I'm interested in the kinds of decisions that bilingual and multilingual people make with respect to what language to use and where and with whom. So, for instance, I am interviewing people to determine what language they use when they speak with their peers, the languages they use when they're texting, when they go online. And all of this is an important way to understand how we are able to keep track of the various languages in our repertoire and how we make those decisions quite automatically and naturally. When it comes to language revitalization, I'm working with a First Nations college in Alberta to determine how technology can enhance the efforts to bring back some of our Aboriginal languages from the brink of extinction. Specifically, I'm working with a Cree woman who is the Dean of Indigenous Languages to explore how we can use virtual classrooms, Skype, podcasts, and even iPad and cell phone apps to allow speakers across geographical distances to be in touch with fluent speakers. We're also looking at how to provide the pedagogical and technological training for the elders who are typically the ones that have language fluency but may not have familiarity with teaching methods or with technology. There couldn't be a better time to be looking at establishing best online language teaching practices. With the advance of technology into the area of language instruction, we are really able to consider a number of different digital resources and how they might scaffold language learning. I believe my research will be of benefit to all three levels of government with respect to accommodating and integrating our immigrants, but also with respect to ensuring that Canadians are able to participate in global conversations through the ability to speak languages other than English and French. With the commodification of English teaching, it's become a very big business. My research will assist with establishing best practices for instructors to ensure quality language education. The lessons we learn here in Canada about how to use technology to maintain vital Aboriginal languages can be used and applied across the globe with Aboriginal groups in various countries.